Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today is another Sea of Thieves video and we're going to be talking about what is going on with microtransactions for Sea of Thieves. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I saw a lot of people in my last Sea of Thieves video talking about it, saying, oh no, is this game going to become like FIFA with packs and Call of Duty with loot crates and stuff? Is this going to ruin it and everything? So I wanted to completely explain to you guys how microtransactions are going to work with Sea of Thieves. And I think obviously I would prefer, and I know a lot of you guys as well would prefer, if it was just like a progression in game earning gold to be able to buy all the things in the game. But you know, they're going to end up bringing in microtransactions, so I'm going to explain how it's going to work, some of the things you're going to be able to buy with it, and everything like that. Now, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. I want to say a massive thank you for all the support on these types of videos recently, because so many more of you guys I've seen recently come to the channel to see some Sea of Thieves, which is great because I'm just going to be uploading ARK and Sea of Thieves and maybe more games in the future. But anyway, let's get straight into this, and as you'll see straight away on the first bit on the screen, Xbox One's Sea of Thieves will add microtransactions, but not loot boxes after launch. So there's no loot crates or loot boxes or anything coming to the game, no sort of pack openings and stuff like other games. It's just going to be a straight out buy of something that you want in the game. So let's say there's like an item or cosmetic that you really want in the game, you will put money on as like a microtransaction to just buy that. There's no like randomly generalized stuff, but you know, you'll see more about that in the video. So let's move straight on to the next part. So, the executive producer of the game spoke to IGN about the decision, and which will instead add in microtransactions to the game after the launch in the major first update, which probably is around 3 months into the game. So we're probably not going to be seeing them microtransactions, as I said, into like 3 months. But this was actually an older article, so it may be a little bit shorter now that you may see them, maybe 2 months. I don't know, because I've seen more news recently. That's why I'm making this video on microtransactions coming to the game soon. And this is what he said. So, we thought long and hard about what's right for our game experience, and the key thing is, you know, the key thing they've been thinking about is to add fun and the social nature of their game. So, like, you know, they feel like this is going to really benefit it. So anything in this era will not impact power or progression, which is exactly like Fortnite, and you'll always know what you're getting, so that means no loot crates. So it's exactly the same of how Fortnite works, where, you know, the only money you can spend on it with V-Bucks is just to make your guy look better with cosmetic stuff and dances and everything. Sea of Thieves will be exactly the same as that. You won't be able to get a more powerful gun or a more powerful ship. It's literally just down to skill. And obviously you'll know who's better or who spent the most money on the game when you see a really nice ship sailing on along and you haven't spent anything. But you still can use gold, which you can progress in the game, to buy the stuff. I don't know how the microtransactions are going to work if you buy gold to pay for things, so maybe 100,000 gold for this amount, or it's going to be like V-Bucks like on Fortnite. I really don't know how it's going to work, or points. I don't know if it's going to be called C-Bucks is what I said, but yeah, we'll find out later on into the game when they do release them. So this is another thing they were saying. We're starting to see this more often with games. Call of Duty didn't introduce the ability to pay for loot boxes until until World War II launch. Battlefront 2 was forced to take paid loot boxes out of its game, and they still haven't returned. It seems the best way to avoid any controversy in the game, basically, because Battlefront 2, if many of you guys remember, got slated so badly because they added in the loot boxes, which actually helped progression, whereas I know World at War doesn't really, apart from different weapons. It kind of does in a way if you think about it, because you can get newer weapons that other people can't get. So I don't know, and there might be more overpowered weapons, so it kind of worked in that way. Not 100% the same as Battlefront, but it's still, you know, these loot boxes you're spending a lot of money on, like, and you might not even get good stuff, whereas Sea of Thieves, you're just gonna, you know what you're gonna get. But as you'll note from that quote, the microtransactions of Sea of Thieves will not be loot crates, meaning no gambling and the ability to straight pay for an item outright. This is something that most gamers celebrate in this day and age of randomized drops from gambling infused loot boxes. Like, no one wants that. Like, I know for a fact that if any of these other games, like, they didn't, you know, I know people are so addicted to these different types of gambling games now, which in my eyes, I'm shocked how it's not banned, because people from all ages open these packs, open these loot boxes and stuff, which I believe is exactly the same as just betting. Like, this is just what I believe in, and I don't get me wrong, they're fun, but I get addicted to opening loot boxes and loot crates and stuff because it is fun seeing what you're gonna get if you're gonna get something good next. But it is really unfair on people that spend hundreds of pounds on these games, and you know, and you might not get anything as much. Whereas if you spend £10 or whatever, or dollars, whatever you use on Sea of Thieves, you know what you're gonna get. So Rare has already detailed a few of their cosmetics that we're going to be getting pets such as parrots, monkeys, or cats, or potions that you could alter your character model for a limited time, making them old or something like that in the game. So right now we don't know 100% what is going to be, what cosmetics are going to be released, because they're going to be letting us know more about that later on. They're thinking of adding lots more free stuff into the game, and if you haven't seen my video, there is going to be like sort of DLCs, not DLCs, but more just called updates added to the game, which will add new stuff and new places on the map that you just won't have to pay for, which I'm really happy about, because with Sea of Thieves, I feel like, you know, every game in this day and age is going to have microtransactions. As much as we want to bring it back to the time when there was literally just a game you can pay $40 for, $50 for, and because games were cheaper back then, and that was it. Like, you know, you all just progressed. It isn't like that anymore, and things change, and it's upsetting, but with Fortnite coming in, there could be a new, and other games just doing more things like with free types of ideas, like how Fortnite was free but they have in-game sales. I feel like the gaming industry is just going to become better. Like, I think it went through its very, very bad stage of when all games were about paying for the game and spending loads in the game, which I just think is unfair. Like, maybe it's going to move towards, into the future, a little bit more nicer type of gaming where you can just progress and not have to pay hundreds of dollars anymore for things that you just don't want to spend, but you have to because you want to become better on a game. But we'll find more about this later on with the game, and I am actually looking forward to the pets that you'll be able to get onto Sea of Thieves. If it's like very expensive, then I completely take back my words that I've said about Sea of Thieves in this video, because you know, if they charge you 20 quid for or $20 for a cat to be by your side in the game, that would be unfair. But maybe $8, something like that, I don't really know. £5 would be, I'd say, acceptable for something as a microtransaction in a game. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy today's Sea of Thieves video and you want to see more news, my channel is, I do upload gameplay and I want to do it a little bit more, but I do love just to bring you guys all the news, because it's amazing when you're like, thank you so much for your channel, because without you I wouldn't know about this news, and that's why I love doing what I do. So subscribe and like if you want to see more. Thank you for watching, but apart from that, I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.